Good morning, ninth grade. Today we are ready for 10.13 and 10.14. We're doing two lessons, and again we're doing the first problem of every part. I know that lesson 14 is optional, but I looked at it and I said, well, what's the difference if you do two problems of 13 or one problem of the two lessons? I said, well, we'll do the two lessons just for the sake of doing all the lessons. You shouldn't be doing more work. Today on 10.13, I put a couple problems up here. It's called function notation. And so far, we've always used the formulas of y and x. And don't ask me to explain that, I don't know. But they said, really, the honest truth, it should be f and x, or h and x, or g and x. How does it say in the second paragraph? The notation fx is read, the value of x at x, and the value of f, or f of x. Any letter can be used before the parentheses. Okay, any letter can be used before the parentheses, but normally we use f, g, and h. Well, so far you've always used y, or we've always used y. So any letter can be used, okay? You can use a Z if it's your favorite one. So here, sorry for being so redundant, but here we go. If you have fx and you want to find out what x is, or what your ordered pair is of x, if you have f2 and f6. So the way you do it, you substitute the 2 for the x. So you go 2 times 7 is 14, plus 3 is 17. So your 17 is your first one, and 2 is your, or second and first, however, 2 and 17 are your ordered pair. That is for fx, 7x plus 3. If you use 2, now you use 6. You substitute 6 in there. So you got 6 times 7 is 42, plus 3 is 45, and of course you substituted 6. 6 and 45 are your ordered pair. You've done this, okay? It's review. It's just terminology is what they're using. They're just using different terms instead of y and x. You're using fx. Okay, number 2, now we use gx. The problem is 3x squared, g with 1 and g with 3. Okay, so I put 1 in this place. 1 times 1 is 1, times 3 is 3. So my ordered pair is 1 and 3. Now I'll use 3 in the next place. So I put it here, 3 times, oh wait a minute here. I do 3 squared is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Ordered pair of 3. You want me to do the other two? Or you want to do those? It's really hard. It's fun. Okay, let's do number 3. I copied the problem, but I didn't do the work. So you help me do the work on 3 and 4. There we go. You have, if fx equals x squared, negative 6. Find if x is 4 and negative 2. So, x squared, you're going to go 4 times 4. Whoa, why did I put that times under? 4 times 4, negative 6. So this is 16. Subtract 6 is going to make you 10. So we got 4 and 10 for my ordered pair. Now the next one's a little bit tougher, ain't it? That's a little hard. Negative 2. Well, not too bad. Just try it. Negative 2 times negative 2. That, and then negative 6. Okay, so this is 2 times 2 is 4. Like signs make me what kind of an answer? Positive, right. So I've got positive 4, subtract 6, It makes me negative 2. What? Did I make a mistake? Negative 2, negative 2 is my ordered pair. Maybe I better check the answer key. But that could be. It could well be. That's what happens when you don't work the problems ahead. You don't know. That just amazes me that it come out negative 2, negative 2. Did I make a mistake? Oh no, that's right. It is negative 2, negative 2. All right. Let's drop down to this guy here. Number 4 is hx equals x squared negative 3x. Okay, so we got 2 x's, but it's no problem. If h equals negative 1, you should put negative 1 times negative 1, negative 3 times negative 1. Okay? I could put the little times sign there if you want, you know that. Okay, 1 times 1 is 1, and like signs make me a positive answer. And then I have got negative 3 times negative 1 makes me 3, and I again got a positive answer. Am I doing that right? 3 times 1 is 3, 1 time, so that makes me 4 positive. Whoa, you'd think with all those negatives, you'd have a negative answer, and then I will use negative 1. Negative 1 and positive 4. I'll check that to be sure. That's correct. Now the next one is 3. So I'll use 3 times 3, that's 3 squared, negative 3 times 3. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9, and it'd be 9 negative. 9 negative is 0. Okay, so I got 0 and 3 as my ordered pair. Is that hard? Is that difficult? Pretty easy. Yeah, you should have another one like this at the end of the lesson, or somewhere you might have a little bit of review. And I am ready to go to lesson 14. I'll push you over to the grass or to the paper. And while this lesson is optional, what it's teaching you is how that you can graft an inequality with an equal. And so they gave you one inequality, which is a dotted line, and one solid line, and how the points where they cross is the isolation. Yeah, let me turn to number 14. Yeah, you will just graft those as they come out. So I did the first one for you. Well, somebody's wanting to get a hold of me this morning. Can't make it go quiet. Anyhow, I ain't gonna talk to him now. If you see the first one I grafted y inequality x. And so that was, you could go however you wanted to. I went 2 over, 2 up, 2 down, 2 over, it's catty corner. And then the next one I had y equals negative x. And so that was an equal sign. You see, this one was an inequality, and this one was an equal. And the points is where they cross is, how does it say? This is inequality, that is the solution. Okay, that is the answer at the point where they cross. Yeah, I don't know anything to tell you about it. I mean, it's just that you're finding this point right here. You've done that before, so let me just do the next one. Number 2 is y equals -3, and then also x equals 6. So I'm going to say y inequality -3. Maybe I should erase this guy here. That's not totally erased, but it'll work. Okay, y inequality -3, so that means I come down 3 points, right? 1, 2, 3, so that's right here. And that is just a straight line across here. No, it's a broken line, sorry. And let me see which way the arrow is showing. It's toward the y. So this top part should be shaded if I was shading it. Now, the next one is x equals 6. So that is x is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I am a solid line on 6. And of course, right here's my point where they would meet. And I think this part right 6, which part, this part here would be shaded, I believe. Yeah, that's what you do on that. Do you want me to do the other two? There's still 2 more. I'll tell you what, I'll let you choose. You do 3 or 4. I'll let you do one of them, and the other one you can skip. And then again, you'll do the first one of every problem, or every part. All right, you have a fun day. If you have any questions, you call me. Get ready for quiz tomorrow and test Wednesday. Yeah, quiz and test on Wednesday. If you can't get it all done by Thursday, if you can't have it all done, that's acceptable. You finish it whenever you have time. You will not get a credit for it though until it's done. See ya.